Let's go further. Well, it's not always as bleak as it seems. There are some fun times about being a Republican woman, and Dan can help me out there, and so can Jen, and everybody, and Nadine, and Karen. There are the fun times that take you into the White House. Into the White House. I sit right now as a regent to the National Federation of Republican Women. It's a nationwide group, and we were invited to tea with Laura Bush. And here I am with, of course, you might know Ruth Lippard, her niece, Sarah Beth Clark, Lynn Nutley, and that's me. So this was a wonderful event that we were allowed to go to. It was our last chance to get there, as you can see, with Laura, and I'm glad I had every opportunity to do that. Well, we can go this way. Okay. The last, or not completely last, but we did mention this young man, or this just wonderful man, and someone said, it's just a cutout. This can't be him. It's not a cutout. He was actually there. This picture sat in Mr. Larry Bathgate's office for about 6 months before I finally got it. And someone said, hey, that's a picture of Susan. Why don't you give it to her? So I finally got it delivered and stuff. This was at a Teaneck event for John McCain this year and stuff. There you go. Has that one right? Okay. And here's what we were just talking about. The man, the legend, and Scott, you were there for this. This was down at the Brownstone. This was with Rudy Giuliani. This was a wonderful event. Ken Kirsten was there. He commented on it. He had a great time, and he remembers the night very, very well. Ken Kirsten, of course, is the ghostwriter of the book Leadership by Rudy Giuliani. Is that right? Okay. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Going back and just to talk about it, just to jump back a little bit, I have something here that is very, very special. It's a little wrinkle, but it's inside a case. And it is one of the happiest nights of my life. And I've got to tell you, there's a man in this room who watched my son as it was announced that I did not win the 5th Ward Council, which I knew. I mean, it was an uphill battle running against Chris McIntyre, but it was a fun run, and I did learn a lot. Here is, at the final night of everybody there, I have this wonderful picture. I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't know if you've even seen it. Pass that around, Paul. That's the night of the 5th Ward Council. Now, to talk about being a woman in politics, it's not always easy. There's the ups and downs of it. Of course, we are here in the RNC. We have our own coalition called the Pink Elephants, and I invite anybody that's sitting here that would like to become part of it. All you have to do is go to RNC, click on the Pink Elephants, and you can become part of the Women's Coalition as well. So right now, I stand as a member of the RNC. I'm very, very proud, and I already relayed this message to Scott. As we were at this conference, Mike Duncan himself came up to Candy Strait and I and said, "You're from New Jersey, can I speak to you outside?" And it was clearly about a new mission here in New Jersey. And that mission is called Chris Christie for Governor. So I've never been on a campaign with this much electricity, and we are quite proud of him, and I think we're going to do a very, very good job. And I want you all to get involved as well. If there's anything, there's a question here.
Is Corzine coming through with a lot of negatives?
Well, Corzine, let's just start off with the fact that Corzine has decided to self-fund. It's not good to any other candidate involved in stuff. If Corzine is self-funding, it's $70 million right there to start off with. It's as far as negativity, I'm not sure how he's going to run his game this time, but when you got $70 million, I guess you could start any which way you like. Any other things about this? I'm just going to leave it right here. I told you to be smart and sweet, but I have a whole bunch of stuff up there if you'd like to see it. It's stuff like that.
Susan.
Yes?
Is anyone taking the lesson learned by this lady in Ohio that said we were finished before we started, and to take this whole thing where somebody out of nowhere wins a national election and is able to energize all these young people, and we were totally unable to do it?
Well, yes. I think we have got to become more technology savvy. We have to start getting onto, a lot of us are on, Facebook, texting, the text emails. Every time that there's a conference call, he got a text message, he got an email message. Nothing is done by paper anymore. And a lot of it for, for our side of it, it was. And we have to get more technological. I would think that, and when you have a pliable media that Barack Obama had, that he can twist and bend, but that the whole Democratic, the whole liberal media, we should say, you're going to do great things with that. We didn't have that. We didn't have that. And as you know, we are called conservatism in exile by Sean Hannity. So we are. So there. Anything else? Right there.
I was saying to somebody just before, something I woke up and realized that I wrote a letter to a friend of mine in Colorado about the detailing the problem he had there in New Jersey, because he wanted to know why I was still a Republican. And but the thing is that what occurred to me is the fact that at least here in Republicans in the state of New Jersey are practical-minded people. We think in terms of business. Money, funding, everything like that. Whereas throughout most of the country, only particularly out of West and South, they all think about religion. That's they're more religious oriented.
Yes, that's
we
true.
Are practical.
Republicanism, in its own way, we have to be very we're conservative, but we are small government, small taxes. So or lower taxes, hopefully.
Yeah,
and that's how we have to look at it.
So we also need to correct the deficit. That deficit could ultimately create another economic problem if the dollar collapses.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and probably the number one issue, we all know it, is the economy. So, not only that, but besides Corzine being a businessman, although he did not, show his business prowess here in New Jersey because we are one of the lowest ranking states in the nation. Essex County, I believe it is the lowest, or is the highest tax county in the nation. So, and that's not very good news for here in New Jersey.
But another big problem with New Jersey is that the Democrats control the big cities, the heavy population areas, like they do here in Passaic County. These are large population areas that they overwhelm. They get a lot of the voter turnout. They overwhelm the suburbs.
Right.
Why also too?
We all know that here in Passaic County we have 16 municipalities. You can win 14 easy and clear, and the two come in at the last of the night, Passaic and Patterson, and it's a done deal. Usually on the wrong side.
There's a lot of Clifton.
Clifton now too. Yes, Clifton. So make it three. Make it three. So.
Those damn Democrats. What's his opponent? Tell us about him. The Republican.
Chris. Tell him about Chris.
Happy birthday.
Wait, hold on.